physical as opposed to virtual place where people with common interests, usually in science, technology, or digital or electronic art, can meet, socialize, and collaborate. Okay, that just means creative people that like to do stuff, get together, and do awesome stuff. This paragraph is cool, you probably can't read it. It says, what can be done is limited to the tools that are available to the specific hackerspace. As hackerspaces, never mind. It's awesome. Hackers can do anything. Hackers have superpowers. How do you start a hackerspace? There are instructions, you read them. They're on the internet. These guys in Germany, who are like the founders of like the hackerspace idea, put together a slideshow of like design patterns, how to do it. It works. Everyone is doing it around the country. In March, this article came out in Wired, and like it just exploded. People all over the country and all over the world are making hackerspaces and doing awesome stuff. This is a map of where all the hackerspaces are in the world. There's a site called hackerspaces.org where people get together and they say, oh, well, my hackerspace is doing this, my hackerspace is doing this.
Those
and there are like hundreds of them out there right now. We started meeting in coffee shops, Taza up in Clifton. Basically, we just met every week and we talked like what we wanted to do. Let's have a hackerspace. Okay, well, what does that mean? Okay, we need money, we need members. Take notes at your meetings and meet every week. Write down stuff like, okay, we need someone to do this, and then make someone put their name next to that, and then next week you say, did you do that? It works. High 13 is real. It only took us 2 months to create it. We started meeting in April, and we signed our lease on July 1st of 2009. We have an address, we have like a bank account, we you know, do all kinds of awesome stuff. How do we pay for it? To have a hackerspace, you have to have members. It's like a YMCA. You pay a fee, and you're a member. When you are a member, you get to come and you have 24/7 access to the hackerspace. What is it? Well, we got some slides coming up of what we do. Awesome projects with electronics, programming, art, all kinds of stuff like that. And there should be another slide coming. Anyway, we have fundraisers and stuff like that that also raise money. That's what the next slide is. So if you're interested in like robots, lasers, art, if anybody's ever read like Make Magazine or stuff like that where, you know, do it yourself, we're going to get some woodworking tools. We're going to have some, we're going to build a foundry so we can like cast metal parts. This is my favorite thing. It is a 3D printer called a MakerBot. It is completely amazing. You can make small things out of plastic that you download off the internet. You just download the design file. It's a 3D file. You print it out, and it's a real object. Like this whistle, I printed out, and it worked. Like a guy designed it, and he uploaded it to this website, and I downloaded it, and like 40 minutes later, real whistle. I wrote a program that generates snowflakes that each one is unique because they're based off random numbers, and then the MakerBot, I don't know about an iPhone app for that, but anyway, these are also made on the MakerBot. You can make anything you can imagine with the MakerBot. We made these masks for a play. It was, they have like light up eyes and stuff. For a community theater, we have autonomous remote control cars that drive themselves around. We have laser graffiti. I can't get into what that is, but it's extremely awesome, so Google that. We have people that can design custom electronics. We had that designed, and it was made in China and shipped here, and it's completely custom. We teach classes, so we also are about, you know, spreading knowledge about technology and stuff to the community. So we have had a class about Blender. It's a 3D modeling software, basic electronics. We had a class about Python, about CNC machines. Our next door neighbor is this artist that makes giant robot sculptures, amongst other things. So we have these enormous 19-foot tall sculptures inside our hackerspace, and it's probably worth stopping by just to see those. I think hackerspaces are the future, or for a few years that are the future. That we have big plans for this year. We're going to expand, and well, it's down in Camp Washington. If you Google it or if you scan this with your cell phone, you'll go to our website, and it's easy to find. And Yeah, there's too many things to say about it in just 5 minutes, so please talk to me afterwards. Please check us out online. And that's my presentation.
So what do you guys think?
I thought it was like a website, but it's
Let's
actually
make the robot.
What? What?
Let's make that robot machine then, yeah.
The 3D printer.
The 3D printer. Every
Yeah.
every
That sounds
hackerspace
awesome.
website that I've been to has one. It's amazing. And it's a do-it-yourself. It's based on, I think, Arduino. I think it's based off of.
Yes.
So it's open source. It's an open source. I think $300 is all it costs to make it
Huh.
in parts.
So, I wonder, what do you like, melt down plastic and feed it into it, or how?
I think it's
So
You
probably
want to make a whistle?
The next presentation, the next documentary I have, actually, you can actually see a good glimpse of it, and you can see all about it. It is wicked. They even have versions of it that are made out of Legos, which is pretty cool. So, what is a hackerspace? That's exactly it. I couldn't do it better myself. That's why I have a video to do it. What do you guys think? Is it interesting at least?
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
I love the idea because, you know, there's a time where, you know, I'm sitting with a solder gun. I'm sitting, oh my God, I'm doing this alone for like the 5th night straight. Wouldn't it be nice to be able to, you know, turn to your friend like, hey, does this look right? Am I doing this right? You know, because we have plenty of knowledge. If you put it together, you can make great projects. And some of it is just not cool doing it at home.
Yeah, sometimes it's not nice tearing shit apart in your bedroom either.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's a nice place. You get a locker that you can put your stuff in. You have 24/7 access to it. Most of the time there's a kitchen, a shower in case, you know, you spend too many nights there. Things like that. So, I mean, it's really cool. Of course, it does cost money, but relatively, you know, the more people you have, the cheaper it is. So that's what's awesome about it. And it's a community. You know, you can't get that community too many places anymore. I know I didn't have it in high school. It kind of sucked. It was like, you know, I felt like an army of one. Yeah.
Does it only have to be tech stuff, or are you just talking about having an actual space where we can just have fun?
Exactly. It doesn't have to be tech stuff. The stuff that I've seen, you know, there's art people there, and just people who would be considered like hackers in their own field. Just like, you know, and you get together and you talk about stuff and do stuff. Just like Damien was talking about how it would be nice to have a rack somewhere to be able to work on his Cisco equipment. Well, why not have a space that you could do that and not have to worry about power, you know, electricity and all this stuff? You just have a membership due every month, and you have 24/7 access.
Do they have like pre-made legal documents for this?
Yes, they do.
So like, if you cut your hand off while you're there,
It's
you can
all
sue
open
everybody?
source. All the documents are made open source from hackerspace.org.
Okay.
Well, not everything, but I've gotten some of those legal documents, and I'm starting to work on them a little bit. But that's why I need people. Again, it is all online. You can, you know, it's just a checklist basically. And right now I'm working on getting those 4 core people, the 4 people who helped start it, and then you get 10 people more who are willing to, you know, who really want to be in the hackerspace, and that's all it takes. From there on out, it's simply how awesome can you make it? And the next
It's essentially just a building space, right?
exactly. But
Probably want to get like some warehouse. Or
I've already
Put up some
found a
walls.
spot. It's a really early spot, but I found a spot that's pretty cheap and has all the stuff included. It has a warehouse, but it also has a little bit of office space. So that's pretty cool. But it's just an idea still.
Was
A
it like
project that I
$5,000
want to work
a
on. What?
month? What is it, like $5,000 a month?
No, it's with 1,300 for 1,300 square feet,
pretty good.
Yeah.
That's
which
a
is
lot
pretty
of
good.
storage space.
foot?
which
That's not including the storage?
what?
That's not including the warehouse storage
That's
part?
everything.
Everything?
Everything together. It's 800 square feet of warehouse, like 300 square feet of
What's the lease like?
I don't know yet.
A lot
Like I
of
said,
places-
it's just in the I wish stages. So that's why I'm just, you know, excited. So the next one, why a hackerspace? I kind of went over most of it, but why not? You know, we made clubhouses when we were younger. We made, you know, no girls allowed stuff when we were younger. No, I'm not. This was definitely women allowed.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, no problem. But you know, it's community driven. You know, it's almost like the Linux users group. It's almost like the computer user group. It's almost like the ham radio user group, but you combine them under one roof. And you know, all the questions that you could possibly ever want to have will be answered. And you know, you don't have to, you can work, you know, worry about, you know, work on stuff. No one's going to steal stuff. You know, and if they do, of course, there's rules that will kick them out. It's a safer, it's a place to express yourself. If you want to build, like that one guy, build a whistle. Why? Because you can. You can express, you don't have to worry about, people making fun of you because you want to build a robot. You can be you. And it's a safe environment. I mean, most of the money will be spent on ABC fire extinguishers
And pizza.
and pizza. So, I mean, it's a safe environment. You can do whatever you want.
Yeah. You have fire, you can put it out.
Yeah, and you don't have to worry about it.
You can give them pizza.
You set your room on fire. Your mom's gonna be really pissed. You set the room on fire. We're like, hey, calm down. That's all. And it's a place for other groups to meet as well. Like the Linux user group, the Ham users group, a couple of the other groups that don't really have a definitive place. They can all meet under one roof now.
They pay a fee.
Well, it's to be determined.
Well, we're gonna have to come up with the money somehow.
Well, of course, that's why there's membership dues.
We can make black masks and then guns and go
Oh
around.
yeah, we can just start rock plays.
We
Yeah,
can
no, I
make
don't think so.
ATM machines.
And then we can raise awareness about hackers. Not of course the way that hackers have become, but the old way of hackers was, where hacker wasn't a bad term, it was actually a good term. It's a good way to get that back, and to be actually a nice group. You know what I'm saying? That makes any sense? And he's still looking at me like he wants to hit me with something. What is this? God, why do you have to be so tall? I wouldn't be so intimidated if you weren't so tall.
I'm slashing too.
I know. So, the next one is a cool little documentary. I forget where she's from, but this is really cool as well. I think this is 6 minutes as well. Yeah, 6 minutes, so it's a little bit longer, but it still has good stuff in it.
I had some friends who heard about it somewhere and said to me, oh my god, they're finding a space where you can sit around and play with electronics all day. You've got to come along and see what it's like. And people were so excited about being able to come together and just
I'm gonna sit back here.
play around with things that interested them.
I think this one's based out of UK.
She sounded more Australian.
Don't judge.
People come together to do anything that interests them. Generally, they're
Is it an
about
Australian
electronics,
accent or is that New
technology,
Zealand?
and computers.
New Zealand?
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Crazy
Zealand.
stuff.
What?
It doesn't matter.
Really passionate about some particular area that you know more about than anybody else you know. And when you come to hackerspaces, any
That's
hackerspace in the
New
world,
Zealand, for sure.
you're among friends. You're more than welcome to share your nerdity, and everybody will love it.
That's where I got nudity from.
Nudity.
Nudity.
Come shake it.
Where we had about 7 people.
Somebody brought a soldering knife to donate to the project. We didn't even have a house at that point.
In my group of friends, I don't really know that many people that are into electronics or building things like that, so it's good to be somewhere where there's lots of people that are experts in different fields, and you can just ask them, and it just makes it so much quicker and easier when you're just trying to get something built.
Awesome.
It's tight.
That's awesome.
Those freaking controllers are expensive.
Always been interested I've always been interested in tinkering.
There's a 3D
There was
printer.
one particular moment. I think when I was 10, I turned a slinky and some string and some glue tack and some sticky tape into an automatic door opener for my room, so you could. I wouldn't have to push the door; it would sort of open by itself. It didn't really save me a lot of time, but it seemed to work.
And I remember making, with my older brother, we actually made a tape recorder. We were actually able to record things on it and play it back. It was pretty amazing. I actually had no idea what I was doing at the time, but you know, you got to start somewhere.
We have people talking about, or we have someone who built a MakerBot, which is a 3D printer. You put in a plan and it prints things in plastic in 3D.
Actually, it takes in ABS filament and heats it up and extrudes it through a nozzle, and you end up with parts like this.
I think it's cool.
Yeah, it's pretty fun.
I got no motherboard.
You said it only cost $300 to make?
Something like that.
You can buy a kit.
not as
Well,
cool
a
as
guy
this.
in America used a maker bot